Fireball OBS.
Fireball OBS.
Still dropping, but it's not as bad.
Now everybody can see that I rolled a 1.
So how do we know how much money we have?
There is a loot table for your background
Okay, gotcha.
or class. So like your background will say you start out with 10 gold or 15 gold or whatever, and then there is a loot table for classes.
Okay. Oh damn, I got a lot of stuff from my expertise. Not my expertise, my background.
So like for you, it's going to be 4d4.
44 plus 15.
Well, 4d4.
And my charlatan gives me 15 gold pieces.
Right.
So, D4.
And the 4d4 is 44 times 10, so that's 90.
So I got 105 gold.
Yep.
No pit time.
Hey.
Yep. So you got 140 plus your class or background.
So that's not a finesse weapon.
Tiny, are we still here?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll
3.
3d4. Yeah. Okay, so you have 60 plus whatever background you choose.
What?
You have 60 gold plus whatever your background gives you.
Oh, okay. I don't know what my background gives me.
I know.
Didn't tell
Like
me
once you,
on there.
it does. It's like right at the top. Like,
What should I roll for?
yours is 44.
Hey.
60.
That roll.
Yeah. Get all those ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope chat is back. Is chat
Where
alive?
did the gold is? I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't find
So
it.
at the did you hold on?
It's with your equipment.
Oh,
Yes. It'll usually say like 10 gold pieces.
no. Is it GP?
Yes.
Okay, so 60 and then whatever my
Ye,
fucking
chat's
thing is.
dead. Okay, great. Good. Glad we're back.
Let me look up.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
It does not say how much gold I get in my.
Dullahan. Which one did you pick, Kat?
I'm a gnome. I'm a rock gnome.
No, I know. Which background did you pick? Like entertainer?
No, I haven't picked one yet.
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
got
in that.
Okay. I was like, I don't know how much gold I have.
That's why you can't find it.
So, do you want to start rolling on personality?
Yes. If you've got your background, everything set up, go ahead and roll your personality traits.
Reverse order from the stat roll?
Hmm?
What do you mean?
Shid did first.
Oh,
Me.
yeah, that's fine. If Shijin's ready to go.
I've already
then-
got my stuff going on my character sheet. I've already got that stuff written down.
Okay, let me look. That's not the right thing. This
I
is.
just don't like any of
That's
these
where it
backgrounds.
was for my
No.
background.
No. I clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh, made me think I was doing it wrong. It scared me like that.
All right. So here's his traits. Put spoiler here. Good cover up.
Yep.
All right. So your stuff's not that bad.
I think I've got everything set up correctly.
Your flaw will be interesting, but entertaining.
Yes.
Also, like I told Kat, if you hit all these gears, it like shrinks down the stuff,
Oh.
so it doesn't look as obnoxious.
That should also be.
Now, for me, you said you thought either guild artesian, entertainer, or what else?
Folk hero.
Which
be
do you think?
Honest, I'd probably do guild artesian if I was
I
you.
don't like that one though.
Would a forgery be more intelligence or wisdom?
It depends. It could be deception or sleight of hand.
Why is it saying this attribute? Okay, good point.
Don't like for your forgery kit and shit like that. Like you're not going to click on it to roll. You're going to say, "Hey, I want to use my forgery kit," and I'm going to say, "Okay, roll a sleight of hand check or deception check or whatever."
Okay, I'll just be a guild artesian then.
Oh, I forgot to ask. How are we gonna handle like quote unquote passing notes to the DM? Should we just DM you?
There
on
is
this
a whisper /W
one? Okay.
and then the username, so Chetta. Which you can practice now if you want.
All right.
Yeah. So I got that and nobody saw it.
Awesome.
You just may need to like physically say something to me like, "Hey, I sent you something," because
Yeah.
my DM computer is not the one that I'm streaming off of and looking at.
Why is that happening?
I have to look up artesian tools. Ugh!
Yes.
My lord!
This is the part of the game that gets easier with time. We are still dropping mad frames. Thank you, Cox Communications, for your amazing internet services. I miss Verizon.
Who do you have now?
Cox.
No.
Nah. So is that all the stuff I got from? Yes.
Also, I sent you a whisper, Mac.
Now, I
Yeah,
just rolled.
that's
an
fine, we can do
evil idea.
All right.
Yeah, so if you rolled evil, then go ahead and switch it up. If it completely makes no sense, it's fine to switch it.
Well, the dice really want me to pick it.
No.
Apparently, Jesus.
I mean, it's not necessary that you roll the personality stuff, to be honest. I just think it's more entertaining to play that way.
Well, I want to change my subclass then. I want to change my constitution back then.
What are you talking about?
12. I'm changing it back to 12,
No.
and I'm changing my subclass.
So it's /W and then Chetta.
/W and then Chetta. Yeah, for the whispers, yes.
Do I have to put it in quotes after that, or just
No.
space and then words?
Words. Oh, so what you're saying is you don't want to be a rock now?
Yeah, I want to be a tinker.
Okay, I get you now. That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you would have been a tinker anyways, to be honest.
Well, I was gonna do that first, but no, I am just trying to figure out tool proficiencies. Is that what I'm? Yeah.
Yes.
And so it just says Tinker's tools. That's it. It doesn't
Mhm.
say. I don't.
So Tinker's Tools is just like a little kit of Tinker's tools, like a little tiny hammer and a little tiny chisel and some screwdrivers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basically, what that means is like if you're disassembling something, you can say, "Hey, I'm going to use my Tinker's Tools to disassemble this, and I can give you advantage on the roll or whatever."
Now, would that be the proficiencies in languages area?
Yes, there should be a box for
Okay.
tool proficiencies actually.
Let me fix that. Whoop.
Somebody winky faced.
Somebody winky faced.
And then put. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see that. Okay, so it's just gonna be Tinker's tools.
Oh man.
Oh man.
And then
Wisp%. Also, I forgot words because I'm awesome like that.
I mean, yeah, depending on how it works out.
Okay.
So let's take a look at these. Yep, that flaw is perfect.
Who are you looking at? Me?
You. Also,
You showed mine.
your ideal is perfect too. Perfect.
Let me. Don't. If I type in this, does it update for you right away? I haven't typed yet.
And not right away. I closed it. Once these characters are rolled, chat, we're going to take a second and then I will go over the world and where we are and how things came to be. And we will call it for episode 0. So we're getting pretty close.
Can you double check my character sheet to make sure that I've got everything I need to get done
Yes,
other than
I absolutely
else?
can. Let's look.
Sweet.
Zaffy, stream has been up for over an hour. We had to refresh. So yeah, we're about an hour and a half.
okay, now to fucking personality traits. So when it says D8, it wants me to roll a D8, right?
Yep.
Hey Mac, you want to check my bond real quick? I have a second option which I just saw was in there.
Okay, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, how do you say your name, by the way? Vorag? Is that what you're going with?
Give me a second. I have to go to the wiki to get the pronunciation correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Vorag's fine.
You said Bond?
Yeah. There's 2 options.
Ooh, yeah, the second one. 100%.
Okay. Done.
Again, for anybody that's just tuning in, the time zone is scheduled for you specifically. That little panel on the bottom updates to your time zone. The games are set for 6:30 PST, 9:30 Eastern Standard. But the little panel on the bottom will update to your time without doing anything. Also, for anybody just tuning in, this is episode 0 for a campaign that should last quite a while. we're just creating the characters, getting the roles out of the way. Here shortly, I will go over the world and how it all works. And then we will break for next week's episode 1. The adventure begins.
Fucking these roles are.
Are you getting like you don't now? Like I just told Delaney, you don't necessarily have to roll for your personality stuff.
How do I get rid of that
I
stuff that I
am.
don't want?
I don't even know what that was.
How do I get rid of that?
You hit the or see the little lock underneath whatever block you put that in.
Yep, there
Hit
it is. Thank you.
that and then delete it.
Gotcha.
Let's go ahead and take a look at these.
Okay.
Oh, that's not that bad. You're totally fine, Kat.
Ugh.
I mean, again, if there's one that you really feel fits you or your character better, then definitely use that one. Because sometimes you'll roll stuff earlier and then you'll roll something and it completely negates something that you just rolled and it doesn't work out. Episode 0 OMG. Yeah. Yeah. It is 0 time. We could have called it episode -1, but felt like 0 fit better.
See, my flaw sucks because it doesn't really make sense with like the shit, like any of this shit. Well, maybe like one thing
So then switch it up.
actually.
There's
I
other
think
one.
I know what it is.
All right. So then don't
Well-
switch it up.
Well, I don't like. I'm like looking at these flaws, and I'm just kind of like, eh.
Throughout the campaign and the story, your character will change too.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird because it's like the flaws for the artesian already are like the stuff that I already have right now. Like with almost any of these flaws, it's like the complete opposite of my
Right.
background, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like one of them's like I would kill for a noble title, but like literally everything is like good. Like about like my traits and personality and
yeah.
shit like that and ideals. So it doesn't make sense. And then they're like another one is like
You would kill. For
I always
something
want
obvious.
more. Or
Oh my god.
What's the conversion rate from silver to gold?
It's 10-1. Everything
1.
is 10-1.
So we're skipping the new weird piece they put in.
Electrum? Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrum can go die in a fiery hole.
Hey, our guild system was dumb enough already. Let's add more.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, because even one of them is like, I stole money from a coffer, and it's like, that has nothing to do with like,
Guilty conscience.
I guess, but it still doesn't really fit in my opinion.
Oh, hello, flailing. Welcome.
Paul, I'm gonna DM you, Mac.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, you can. It's a rare sight to see Jay mess up that emote, by the way. Yes, that's perfect, Cat. %. Good to go. Do
Okay.
that.
Sweet.
Did you just skip a song that I think was just playing?
No, I don't think so. I did skip a song, but I don't think it's anything that would...
Was it Chrono Trigger?
No, it's not. I would not have skipped it if Chrono Trigger was on the list, to be honest.
I was about to say.
I love that soundtrack too much. I'm also trying to keep the music as royalty free as possible. Which is a little bit of a pain, but you know, whatever. Diva wants somebody's attention. She will not be ignored. Alrighty, so Shijin, your character's done, right?
Essentially, just got to get the equipment on there. Yep.
Yeah, your character's done. When the DM allows a move, I am pretty decent at allowing random shit to happen. I'm very much a DM that's in the favor of creating interesting story and shit over killing my entire party for fun.
What are the odds of rocks falling and everyone dying?
It depends on how close you're standing to a mountain.
Okay, later.
All right, the paladin is done.
That's done. Okay. So background is done. Personality, ideals, bonds, all done.
Okay. So the only other major thing that you need to do, or everybody needs to do, is you need to put your level 1 hit points.
Already done.
Which for some of you are done. So Kat, if you go to sorcerer
Mm-hmm.
at the front of the sorcerer chapter or section or whatever, there will be a thing that tells you how much hit dice you have or what your hit dice is. It'll say like 1d8 or 1d10. Should be a d8.
Oops.
It's gonna suck.
Racial. All right, Dillahan.
Okay, so I have to do my hit points, right?
Yeah. So for level
Okay.
1, it's easy. You just take your d8.
It's /R.
Well, you don't need to roll anything for level 1.
Oh.
We just need to know what kind of dice you have.
Oh, it says my hit dice is 1d6
There you
per
go.
sorcerer level.
So you
And then it
take
says
a d6 and you
says-
add your constitution,
d6, and I add my constitution.
which
to
is
that?
1. So your hit points right now are 7.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then it says hit points at first level. It says 6 plus your constitution modifier.
Right. So 6 plus 1.
Okay. But I thought I wanted charisma to be like my highest, right? For spellcasting?
No, yeah, you're fine. Your constitution
okay.
modifier is just how healthy you are as a person,
Okay.
which is why we use it for that.
Got
Good.
it.
So you're good. Your character's done. Who's next?
Rogue is 1d8,
Yep.
so I
you're-
have 9 total.
There you go. 2 weeks ago. Listen, Utah, I killed people in that campaign because they deserved to die. Yeah, so there's 9. Tiny's done. Kyler should be, yep, okay.
Why does it say proficient? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I got it. I see it. I see a thing.
That's besides the point. No. That is not besides the point. Is Kat gonna pick her skills today? Kat should have already picked them, I think.
For what?
I'm gonna,
What
go to
skill?
your-
What?
I'm gonna switch you to your core sheet. Oh, these skills. So remember at the beginning of your thing where you just looked for your hit dice?
Mm-hmm.
There's another little section that tells you what skills that you're proficient in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to pick however many out of that list that you want to be proficient in. There's also going to be 1 or 2 in your background, the guild thing.
Ugh.
And there's usually 1 or 2 in your class, like your race.
Okay.
And then you're done. You don't have to do those on stream. If you want Kelsey to talk to you about those, that's fine.
Okay.
Also, message. Duh.
It depends. You would have to talk to like a storekeep or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you guys can get to it. We got a week. All right. So, everybody's good to go. Our characters are set up. So, welcome, guys, to the Order of the Red Ivy campaign.
Yay!
A lot of things have happened. A lot lot of places have been changed. People have died. Things have been moved. Cities have been destroyed.
Damn.
But where you guys are, you don't really see much of that. Things in Alexandria and the kingdom next to it, Velenesca, are essentially the same as they pretty much always are. Our adventure will start in Alexandria, the kingdom that is on the map. Alexandria is a predominantly human kingdom, usually constantly at war with someone or something, but has found itself in an odd period of peace and relative tranquility for the last 50 years or so. Alexandria is run by a duchy. That Grand Duchess does everything for the kingdom in her capital of Alexa. And while she is not a queen, she does hold all of the titles and responsibilities a queen would. There is also another group here known as the 12. They are a council of 12 priests and priestesses worshiping a council of gods, and they are the real control and power in Alexandria. The Grand Duchess answers to them. They are basically her checks and balances, and she is theirs. Your adventure will start in Hobloin. Pull that sheet up. Which is a city on the eastern edge of the River Woods. Originally built as a keep, it still functions as a major military area. With a population of about 10,000 in a medieval setting, this is a rather large city. Not the biggest place that you've ever seen. For some of you, our Dragonborn friend, easily the busiest place you've ever been to in your life. We will start our adventure here inside the Pig's Tail, an inn and tavern on one of the main market square roads. And that's where we will begin next week for episode 1 of The Order of the Red Ivy.
Yay!
So I hope everybody's excited. There, like I said, is going to be a lot of things. Crazy amount of stuff is in the works in the background for this campaign. Literally starting now, there will be characters in the background doing things that may or may not affect your party at all. The world is dynamic. It does change. It will change while you're playing. This campaign is set up so that those characters that are running around in the background doing other things could very, very easily have a dramatic influence on the current quest for whatever you're trying to do. Or you could never even notice that anybody was there. Like I told chat, and I'll say it again for anybody that just joined, this is going to be a very story-heavy campaign. Me and 2 other DMs worked on this campaign for a very long time. Plummet32, if he's still here, the main. For 6 months, we have been writing and doing crazy stuff. We also have actors and actresses that will be dropping in for certain sessions to play their characters' parts out. So you'll be able to meet some interesting people and do some cool stuff. And most importantly for the chat and everybody else, this is all for charity. So I do want to appreciate and take the time to appreciate everybody for playing, especially people like Kat and Dullahan, who have their own communities and could easily be using this time to stream for themselves or work on, their jobs and stuff like that. And, Sujin and Forge too could easily be spending this free time doing their own thing or working or whatever. But this, at the end of the day, is all for charity. The charities will rotate out. Right now, our charity is a mercy fund for a local children's hospital close to me. Basically, this allows parents to pay for medical bills that they would otherwise not at all be able to pay, which allows children to get treatment that they need, or medications that they need. That charity will rotate out throughout the time, so always look at that charity panel because it could change. Also, there's another panel down there called Help Out. If you have an idea, or if you are interested in doing something, if you have your own idea for a show or a podcast or something like that, and you want to run it on this channel as part of like a charity network, please reach out to that email down there. The team will be in touch with you, and we'll work that all out. But thanks everybody for being here today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing. I will see you guys next Sunday, 6:30 PST, for episode 1 of Order of the Red Ivy.
Death of the Dullahan.
Death of the Dullahan. Thank you, chat. Thank you, players. We'll see you guys next time.